Have you ever felt like a bull in a china shop? It's a common English idiom that many language learners struggle with. Today, we're going to change that. By the end of this lesson, you'll be using a bull in a china shop like a pro. Imagine this: you're at a fancy dinner party, trying your best to make a good impression. But suddenly, you knock over a delicate vase, shattering it into pieces. That's exactly what it feels like to be a bull in a china shop. So, what does this idiom actually mean? It refers to someone who is clumsy, careless, or insensitive in a situation that requires delicacy and care. Let's see how it's used correctly. Imagine you're at a formal business meeting, trying to negotiate a deal. You need to tread carefully, but instead, you end up blurting out your thoughts without considering the consequences. Your colleagues would likely say you were a bull in a china shop. Here are some examples of how to use a bull in a china shop in different contexts. Casual conversation: my little brother is such a bull in a china shop. He always knocks things over when he's running around the house. Formal setting: I'm afraid the CEO was a bit of a bull in a china shop during the shareholder meeting, upsetting several investors with his blunt comments. Negative context: the new employee was a bull in a china shop, constantly disrupting the office with his loud phone calls and messy desk. Humorous context: my grandma is the sweetest woman, but she's like a bull in a china shop when she's trying to dance at weddings. Literary context: the protagonist stumbled through the delicate antique shop, a bull in a china shop, knocking over priceless vases with each heavy footstep. Business setting: we need to tread carefully with this new client. They're known to be a bit of a bull in a china shop when it comes to negotiations. Social media usage: the politician's latest tweet was a real bull in a china shop, offending many of their supporters with its controversial statements. To help you remember the meaning of a bull in a china shop, think of a large, clumsy animal like a bull crashing through a room full of fragile, expensive china. The visual image of the destruction and chaos should stick in your mind. Now, let's dive into some fun facts about this idiom. The idiom's true origin is unknown, but it paints a vivid picture of clumsiness and destruction. The idiom reflects the cultural value of delicacy and care, especially in formal or high-class settings. Being a bull in a china shop is seen as a major social faux pas. Here are some related idioms and phrases to know. Similar: like a bull in a china shop, clumsy as a bull in a china shop, heavy-handed. Opposite: delicate as a butterfly, graceful as a swan, gentle as a lamb. Related: tactless, insensitive, oblivious. Let's try this. The new manager was a bull in a china shop, constantly disrupting the team's workflow with his abrasive management style. Now, let's rephrase that without using the idiom. The new manager was clumsy and insensitive, constantly disrupting the team's workflow with his abrasive management style. You can see how the idiom adds a more vivid and descriptive element to the sentence. Here's a real-life example of how a bull in a china shop can be effectively used. During a high-stakes business negotiation, the CEO of our company was known to be blunt and aggressive in his approach. However, in this particular meeting, he was surprisingly tactful and measured in his responses, carefully navigating the delicate situation. One of the other executives later commented, "It was refreshing to see the CEO not acting like a bull in a china shop for once." Now, let's address some common mistakes and how to avoid them. Grammatical mistake: he was acting as a bull in a china shop. The correct usage is he was acting like a bull in a china shop. Meaning misunderstanding: some learners think a bull in a china shop refers to someone who is overly cautious or timid. In reality, it means the opposite, someone who is clumsy and insensitive. In appropriate context, you wouldn't use this idiom to describe someone who is carefully and delicately handling a fragile situation. It's best used for situations where someone is being careless or disruptive. Let's test your understanding with a few quizzes. 1. What does the idiom "a bull in a china shop" mean? A. Someone who is overly cautious. B. Someone who is clumsy and insensitive. C. Someone who is graceful and delicate. Correct answer, B. 2. Which of these is a synonym for a bull in a china shop? A. Graceful. B. Tactful. C. Heavy-handed. Correct answer, C. 3. Which of these is an antonym for a bull in a china shop? A. Delicate. B. Clumsy. C. Insensitive. Correct answer, A. In summary, a bull in a china shop is a common English idiom that describes someone who is clumsy, careless, and insensitive in a situation that requires delicacy and care. By understanding the meaning, origin, and proper usage of this idiom, you'll be able to communicate more effectively and avoid misunderstandings. Now it's your turn. Share your own experiences or examples of using a bull in a china shop in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more English idiom lessons. Let's keep learning together.